Well, for more on this, we're now joined via Zoom by Proudly SA's Chief Officer, Marketing and Communications, Happy Ngidi. Thanks so much for joining us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me on the program, Peter.
So how did day one go? I'm sure that there are a lot of businesses and suppliers who are excited to be out there and doing it physically once again.
Well, you can say that again, and you have your pulse on the money. It was great to be out there after 2 years where we couldn't, host the Summit and Expo in its physical format. So it was great for the members, who own products, and for potential buyers, and for delegates, and for the public to walk in, get to see the products, and get to touch them and engage with them, and really, touch them, and really just be in that space where they could appreciate all of these fantastic locally produced products. And it was a bump-packed day with a lot to see, a lot to listen to, a lot to discuss, a lot to appreciate, all products that you can think of from a lifestyle perspective, from different sectors such as automotive, clothing, textile, footwear and leather, poultry, sugar, mining. The list is endless.
What's the mood like, do you think? Because, there's sometimes we think it's patriotism, sometimes we think, no, it's just a question of buying superior products. And I guess there's a mixture of the two that comes into the idea of buying local.
Yeah, you're quite right. I mean, at times it's a very emotive kind of, outlook and appreciation. At times but most importantly, it's about survival. Nobody opens up a business with an intention to fail. They open a business to make it, and also to be able to live and survive, and employ people, create jobs, sustain jobs that we have as a country, and just do the right thing. Then the right thing is to support local products, products that are produced locally and that are manufactured locally, and for the betterment of the economy. You'll remember that the buy local message or narrative is a tried and tested method the world over. Most countries have a buy local campaign to reignite the economy and to ensure that the economy is in good standing. And South Africa is no different. And hence we put up this access to market opportunity for small businesses, entrepreneurs, SMEs, together with big business. And today was really about saying to big business, here are local products who are deserving to be on shelf space, who are products that are great, good quality products, accessible and affordable, and you have a responsibility to do right by these products and contribute to job creation and sustaining jobs that the country desperately needs.
Yeah, and you know what, the truth is, we do want to buy local, we do want to support local business, but you know what, life is hard, and so we need products that are going to last and are affordable.
Yeah.
Are our suppliers stepping up to the plate to produce quality products that will last, because consumers need that kind of product now?
And that's a message to suppliers, that they cannot, take advantage of a consumer in the sense that the products that are produced locally have to be good quality products. In fact, the Summit and Expo is an access to market opportunity only for member-based companies. And these are products that we have vetted as Proudly South African. We look at quickly 4 criteria and the first is local content. So we say the product has got to be made in South Africa, for South Africans, by South Africans. 50% or more of making of the product has to be local content. And the second criteria is quality, good quality. It's one thing for us to say to South Africans, buy local, local is like, but that's not enough. South Africans know what they want, and they want to spend their hard-earned money on great quality products that are going to last. The third criteria is environmental standards in the course of doing your business. Are you mindful of the environment around you as a business? And last but not least is labor laws. Do you conform to the labor laws of the country and treat your workers well and take care of them and so on and so forth? So it's one thing for us to say buy local. Local is lekker. However, consumers are deserving of being sold a great quality product that's going to last, and that is worth their money. Yeah. And with that said, but sellers as well, and hence today at the Expo we invited retail buyers from all sorts of retail spaces from all sectors to not only walk the floor and tick a box, but to really transact. In fact, we had a bell in the middle of the Expo floor, and every time a buyer or a big business, clinches a deal with a small company, ring the bell under the banner, it's a deal, and we make it a big deal, and we encourage other big businesses to do the right thing and do the same thing. So there was a lot of camaraderie today where there were a lot of transactions that we're really proud of, real-time stories.
Wow, that sounds very, very exciting. We heard the message from the DTI Minister, Ebrahim Patel, but what is the message coming through from the businesses, particularly the small ones? Because we've gone through an enormous time, first disrupted by COVID-19, and now energy. So what are these local businesses and suppliers saying to you in trying to continue to produce these products?
So today it was heartwarming to see that the small businesses were tackling real issues in the room, because alongside the Expo, there's also the summit, which is the conference rather. And in that environment, there's quite a lot of sessions and discussions that are happening, touching on different sectors and all of that, sectors that are absolutely critical for these businesses. And small businesses were challenging the minister and Gauteng government and the government as a whole, but also challenging big businesses. And they were talking about lack of access to market opportunities, but also the big elephant in the room, which is the energy crisis. It's one thing for us to believe as a people, as proudly South African, as the country's advocacy campaign, that localization is going to take us to the promised land, or that localization is our saving grace for the good of our economy. But no business can operate under the circumstances we find ourselves in as a country, where we have no electricity, there's load shedding. It's a crisis, and it was good to see young people, young business owners, as part of the panel discussion, bringing solutions to the table, potential solutions to the table, and saying to the powers that be that something has to give. We cannot be discussing this indefinitely. Something has to give, as in yesterday, because entrepreneurship and localization is then not going to survive under the current circumstances that we find ourselves as South African businesses. And so the difficult conversations that were had, but absolutely necessary. And we're hoping that from these talks that we had today, it's not just talk shop, that there will be, solutions, very, very soon, and where the necessary role players will really act, on what needs to be done. And that was the message as well from Minister Patel, who was really just very intentional in his message today, and also, led by example, where he literally on site linked a small business young man who is a manufacturer of furniture, bespoke furniture, and linked them up with a big furniture manufacturing company, PG Bison, and challenged PG Bison to find ways to work with this young man and make a difference. And that's just one example, but there were success stories today, and we expect nothing less tomorrow, if not more.
Well, we certainly wish you the best tomorrow and beyond. Excuse me. Thanks so much indeed for joining us, and good luck with the rest of it.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate the opportunity on the show. Thank you so much. Bless you.
Thank you. Good night. All right, that's Happy Ngidi, who's the Chief Officer for Marketing and Communications, speaking to us about Proudly South African Buy Local, 11th iteration of this summit conference taking place.